from the Centre for Independent Studies says we rank 4th for the most rowdy classrooms.
A little over a decade ago, we actually ranked around the middle of the pack in the world. But on the last 2 rounds of this, of the last 7 years, we've been declining to just about the worst in the developed world. So, yeah, a lot that we can be improved in this area.
And singer Lenny Kravitz is heading to Las Vegas for a residency. He'll perform at Park MGM in October. Now turning to 5AA sport and training for Port today ahead of Saturday's clash against North Melbourne. The Power are sitting in the top 4 heading into round 11. Or more time on the sidelines for Collingwood's Jordan De Goey. He'll sit out Friday's clash with Fremantle following a fresh abdominal injury. He'd only just returned from a groin injury. There'll be no Olympics in Paris for Sam Kerr, her ACL injury ruling her out. Injured duo Katrina Gorry and Ivy Lewick won't feature in the Tilly's Farewell Series against China in the coming weeks. Coach Tony Gustafsson says there's still a chance to be named in the Olympic squad.
Neither of them are back in full football training as of now, but I think it's up to the clubs to communicate where they're at because they're under the club guidance now. They're not available for selection for the June window, but we definitely hope that they will be available for selection for an Olympic roster. So they're knocking on the door and fighting for spots for the Olympics as well.
And Tottenham manager Ange Postecoglou has asked the club for at least 3 new signings during the English summer. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon at Camden Park, Urgent Gasworks and Anzac Highway near Morford Road. At Blair, Burst Water Main, Upper Sturt Road near Laffers Road. Slow for works at Redwood Park, Golden Grove Road near Milne Road, and getting busy at the moment at Cherry Gardens, Main Road near Blake Road. Cameras today at Blakes Road, Gillis Plains, and you'll find another one to Darley Road at Paradise. Travel the world, one trader at a time. Where? Only at the markets. Open Tuesday till Saturday with over 70 traders under one roof. AdelaideCentralMarket.com. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast, cloudy this afternoon. Tomorrow, partly cloudy 17. Thursday, partly cloudy 18 and up to 20 on Friday. Right now, it's 13 degrees. Now let's check what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Thank you, I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, love or loathe e-scooters to be legal. The new rules to help riders and protect pedestrians. The Woolworths boss grilled about supermarket prices in SA, why he says they're higher here. Fresh links between anxiety and the risk of developing Alzheimer's, and how to save on your bills just by going paperless. 9 News, your news, nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 now.
Dreaming of a getaway? Now's the perfect time. With the G'day Parks app, not only do you get access to more parks in more places, but if you book on the app before the 31st of August for travel anytime this year, you'll be entered into the draw to win free fuel for a year. A whole year of free fuel. Book to win and get away on us. G'day Parks, the easy way to get away. Here's good. G'dayParks.com.au. T's and C's apply. Permit number OCT TP 24/00628.
You know what's become a huge deal at Mawson Lakes Mazda? Our end of financial year deals. Want to know a secret? We can give you amazing prices right now. Yep, Mawson Lakes Mazda is clearing new and demo stock at prices you'll normally get in June. And they're available for immediate delivery. Don't wait. Get in before the end of financial year rush. Mawson Lakes Mazda, just a short drive from the city.
Good health is contagious. And at Bupa, we're helping our almost 4 million members live healthier. Join Bupa for award-winning health insurance and feel good health catch on.
Setting the agenda for South Australia. This is 5AA, always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
Well, we are not in the Bahamas, but we are at the Maritime Museum in Port Adelaide, which is just as good, and we are here for the History Festival. It is on for the month of May, which is History Month in South Australia. Jump on the Foodland Supermarkets Facebook and YouTube live stream to check it out. Hello. It's chaos. It's chaos down here. We are in front of the beautiful Active 2 replica ketch boat. And you might wonder, why am I wearing a feather boa? That is because what else you can see in the Foodland Supermarkets Facebook and YouTube live stream. This is the Priscilla Queen of the Desert shoe, and it's part of the campaign to get the Priscilla bus back to South Australia in the National Motor Museum. You heard about that from the Minister Blair Boyer earlier. But now we have so much still to talk about, so much to come for the History Festival of South Australia. We're going to talk about the history of food with Katie Spain very soon. And I thought while we're down here in Port Adelaide, we need to check in with a really awesome community group doing such great work with youth here in Port Adelaide and around the state, the Lighthouse Youth Group. So we'll hear from them in just a moment. But now I'm excited to introduce Dr. Kira Lindsay, South Australia's history advocate, joins me here at the Maritime Museum. Hello,
ahoy,
Kira.
me hearty.
Thank you for coming down.
I wouldn't be anywhere else right now.
Right here, thank you. You just told me, does Kira really mean turkey?
Yeah, in Urukala, which is like a, Yongi people right up far north. Apparently, Kira does mean turkey, bush turkey.
Oh, we were talking about who's a turkey this week before the 3 o'clock news because, I mean, we've already nominated a turkey. Craig in Salisbury East nominated himself because he put the recycling in the wrong bin and he's got to go through the dog do to change it. But I'm still getting some texts. I like this one. I'm so sorry. Dave in Gawler. I nominate myself. I kissed my wife goodbye this morning, got to work, realised I forgot to wish her a happy birthday. Dave!
Ooh, gobble, gobble, Dave.
Oh, so I rang her from work and sang happy birthday.
Aww.
Not sure it makes up for
Yeah,
it.
hopefully he sounded like Marilyn Monroe when he did it. That's the only, way he's going to get across the line with that one, I think, Dave.
I would go home with flowers, Dave, or even better, go home with some Turkey Flat Vineyards rosé. That is the only option, I think, in this situation. All right, Kira, I'm also chatting to people this afternoon about what power is to them, because power is the theme.
It is.
This was your idea.
Yeah. Well, it was, Stacey. Thank you for saying that. So I was, Greg Mackey, the CEO of the History Trust, and I were having a bit of a yarn about democracy, right? And I was thinking, democracy, how do you get kids engaged and interested in caring about democracy? Not with the word democracy. It just
I would
doesn't.
love to be a part of these conversations.
Well, come along, my friend.
I want to join.
So democracy, a little bit of a hard buy-in, doesn't have much of a hook, but power. Now that is galvanising. It's sexy, it's dangerous, a little bit edgy, and we're all interested in power, right? Because it's intangible, it's invisible, but when you meet someone who is in touch with their own power or knows how to wield it well.
Or pretends to have power.
Yes, that's right. There is...
Met a few of those in my time.
That's right. There is... power can corrupt, absolutely, right? So I guess what we're thinking about is what is real power, and that's one of the lines of inquiry that we've seen coming through the History Festival, and it's been beautiful to see all the creative, really considered ways people have been thinking about it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
And it's so relevant in so many ways this year because it is the 100-year anniversary of the Stobie poll as well.
Yes, it is, Stacey. That's right. And I just want to quickly say, I have the power. I just felt like I needed to get that out of my system before we continued sensibly. It is, and I'm really thrilled to say that I'll be giving the anniversary presentation lecture to the SA Power Group about the Stobie poll in July. And what I'm planning to do, I've got no idea what I'm going to say yet, but I'm thinking I might take a few of the portraits along, because I know you're on a portrait somewhere, aren't you? You're on a Stobie poll somewhere in this beautiful state.
I am on a Stobie poll.
Where are you?
This was the portraits project as part of the History Festival. We had our portrait taken and they've been placed up on Stobie polls. I haven't found mine yet, but I did just find out it's in Tea Tree Gully.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to go and have a look, get a selfie with my
this
portrait.
very weekend. Hurry there before the dogs get there.
If it doesn't have a moustache already on it.
Yeah. Or you can put one yourself, Yeah, so this was a beautiful project. The idea was to take portraits of 100 South Australians who are doing really interesting things, who have been thinking carefully about this idea of power, or just have a huge, big, happy heart for all things history, and that's what we've got. So you'll see those faces all around Stubby Poles, all around South Australia. Well, all around the Adelaide area. But mine's opposite the Bel Air Hotel. I haven't been to see it yet, but I'm popping in
You'll
for
have
a
to
pint.
stop in.
That's
Yeah.
it. This very weekend, I'm heading up there to check it out.
Oh, that's exciting. So, with this theme this year being so successful, what are you going to do next year? How are you going to match it?
I'm glad you asked, Stacey. And I suspect there's a few people out there who are very interested.
Yeah.
But it's a secret. It's mum right now. However, on the 31st of May, it will be announced at the closing night festival. So we have a great big cat in the bag waiting to come out. It's going to be fabulous, I think. And hard act to follow on from this one because power is so rich. It's such a great way of talking about what happens in history.
Yes.
People disabusing power, finding their power. There's just so many different ways you can think about it. You can think about the power of love.
You can. You can.
Which you've probably thought about a bit, have you, Stacey?
I have.
Over the years?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
There's a lot of songs that you can do with it, isn't
there? There are. My head's been in nautical-themed songs this week because we've been thinking about the Maritime Museum. And I wanted to ask your tips. As the history advocate for South Australia, we've got 10 days to go of the History Festival. I know you've been popping in and out of events all month already.
Yep.
But if there's someone out there thinking, I haven't been able to get to an event yet and I really want to, do you have a top 3, a top 5, a top few?
Look, 300 events yet to go. Just in these last couple of weeks. My diary's really chockers. I'm going to something pretty much every night. Tonight I'm going to a fabulous lecture on South Australian politics from the 1880s by Professor Alan Reid, who's one of our trustees at the History Trust. That's going to be fantastic. Tomorrow I'm going to something called the Smoking Room at Martindale, which is a kind of digitised project that Flinders is doing, which I reckon is going to be really interesting too. So it's like taking you into some grand hall of Martindale, beautiful old building. And there's lots of these fabulous buildings, great estate buildings that people are going to be able to visit.
Do you get cigars?
Maybe it will be a virtual cigar.
Yeah, well, I was going to say smoking room.
What a powerful idea. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to this other thing which sounds like heaps of fun, which is the power of Peking duck, and that's on Wednesday next week, and that's basically at Ming's
Don't tell
Palace.
us too much about it, because we're going to talk about it with Katie Spain very
rightio.
soon. We're talking about the history of food.
I'll keep my duck lips closed. Do ducks have lips?
It's a beak. I think it's a beak.
Okay.
Yeah.
My duck beak.
Turkey beak.
Oh, back to the turkeys.
Yeah.
It's all foul today, isn't it?
Very well done.
We're a couple of gamesters, you and I.
Oh, stop it. Just two chicks having fun.
Well, that's it.
Oh, Kira, thank you so much for coming down. I really
thanks,
appreciate
Stacey.
it.
Thank you. And, a couple of weeks to go, but heaps of history to do, and a lot of it with Devonshire tea. So we can have lashings of jam and cream too, Stacey.
Hold on, while we're on that. Jam first or cream first on the scone?
Ooh. Well, I mean, it's all the same in the mix, but I'd have to say I'm a jam first.
Yes, absolutely. You got to do the schmear and then the dollop. Schmear first.
And then you get the cream all over your face, and it's really good.
Always, always. Thank you, Kira.
Thanks, Stacey.
So much fun. That's Dr. Kira Lindsay, the history advocate for South Australia. It is 16 minutes past 3 here on 5AA. Helen has sent a text 0448 08 13 95. Stacey, Port power is real power. Go Port. Yes, Helen, couldn't agree with you more. And on that note, very soon there is an exhibition at the Port Adelaide at Alberton Oval. It's called The Power of the Premiership, and our very own Timmy G took me through. So we are going to show you a tour of that exhibition very soon.
The South Australian town of Ceduna is a town in crisis. As reported in recent months on 5AA, there are apparent issues with alcohol, drugs, crime and social dysfunction. This weekend, Matthew Pantelis takes to the road to spend time in the troubled township and learn of the problems firsthand. He'll speak to the locals and report on the true nature of what's happening.
Listen in to 5AA Mornings on Monday to hear the stories and understand the issues. Matthew Pantelis reporting from Sejuna, Monday morning from 9 on Adelaide's 5AA.
Who can fix the shower?
Service today.
Who can fix the power?
Service today.
Yes, we can, is what we say at Service Today.
Every time you see our bright yellow trucks in your area, we're helping out your neighbours. We can help you too. So for the best plumbing, electrical, heating and cooling work, call Service Today 24/7.
Can you fix the shower? Yes, we can. Can you fix the power? Yes, we can. Yes, we can, is what we say at Service Today.
Call 1300 Service.
At SA Lounge Suites, we literally have SA's biggest lounge rooms under 2 roofs. Anzac Highway Keswick and Jeps Cross Home HQ. Discover fabulous sofas, modulars, chase sofas and timber furniture where comfort meets style. And you can test each piece. Our range boasts a diverse range of colours, timbers and coverings to suit your space and place perfectly, including Australian made. Furnish your family or dining room or craft a home theatre with SA Lounge Suites. Anzac Highway Keswick and Jeps Cross Home HQ.
2 grand prize homes, 2 grand prize winners. Tickets for the Hospital Research Foundation Home Lottery are over 50% sold. It's not too late. There are 2 Scott Salisbury grand prize homes to be won, so don't think twice. With over 11,000 prizes up for grabs and over 50% of tickets already gone, you'd better double down. Life-changing prizes, life-changing impact. Get your tickets at homelottery.com.au. Licence M14548.
G'day, Rowie here. Take it from me. Yamaha motors are the best in the world, and the best time to get one is now. Upgrade your existing boat or power up a new boat with a new Yamaha outboard. Right now you'll save up to $1,300. That's $10 off for every unit of horsepower across their 30 to 130 horsepower range. Get more horsepower for less bucks. Visit your local Yamaha marine dealer today. Conditions apply. Promotion ends May 31.
Humans once spent hours starting fires, scrubbing dishes and washing laundry until appliances made it easy. Even choosing your appliance is easy thanks to Adelaide Appliance Gallery. They make life easier with the best advice, the best appliances and the best deals on Smeg. Choose from Smeg's Diamond series of dishwashers and you'll save up to $500. Make your life easier with Adelaide Appliance Gallery, Paynham Road, St Peters.
Don't miss your chance to grab a run-out deal at Formula Honda. Enjoy run-out prices on the Honda HR-V while stocks last. An effortlessly stylish, next-generation hybrid with intuitive safety technology from just $43,900. Plus, score a deal on the iconic Honda Accord with a 7-year warranty, 7 years roadside assist and 5 standard low-price services. Run into Formula Honda while the run-out deals last. Glen Osmond Road, Glen Osmond or North East Road, Modbury. 5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
21 minutes past 3 here on 5AA, and we are sailing away this afternoon at the Maritime Museum live for the History Festival of South Australia. It's on for the month of May. And it's in Port Adelaide, so while we were here, I wanted to check in with an awesome group that does great work in not just the Port Adelaide community, but Adelaide in general. It's called Lighthouse Youth Projects, and to tell us all about it is Senior Mentor Joey Brooks. Joey, thank you so much for coming down today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Really appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
So for people who haven't heard of Lighthouse Youth Projects, tell us, what do you do?
Well, we're a youth-based charity based out of Port Adelaide. We mentor, I guess, at-risk young people, and we use bikes, any type of bike, as a mentoring tool.
Why bikes?
Why not? How good are bikes? Have you ever ridden a bike and not smiled before?
I've got a confession to make.
Fill me in.
I don't know how to ride a bike.
Oh, maybe. Well, a thing we can teach people. Within this year, we have taught 3 young people who've never ridden a bike before. Within about a month, they are now riding to school.
Really?
Mm.
Okay, so maybe you are the person to be able to teach me.
Yes, me or Jamie, I think. Yep.
Oh, well, that's a bit of a lie, because I do roughly know how to ride a bike. I learned when I was in my 20s because one of my friends found out and was like, what, you have to? So she taught me how to ride, but I don't really I've never done it.
Well, they say it's like riding a bike. You never forget.
Yeah, I
right?
know. Everyone says that to me, but then they don't. When I come back with, but what if you don't know how to ride a bike? Everyone goes, oh yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah, it comes. Don't worry. Yep.
No, so why bikes? You say they're awesome, but why is that a good way to connect with youth?
Well, I guess it's something that all young people probably have a passion for, because it's a mode of transport for them. It's a way to get away in the world, way to do something on their own. It's a very powerful goal-setting tool that people don't really understand, that you are setting goals when you're riding. And it's just something that a lot of people are passionate about. We're very passionate about bikes, and I think that's why we do great work, is because we have so much passion for the thing we do.
So how do you get that passion through with bikes? Obviously, for people like me who don't know how to ride, you teach them how to ride. But I imagine some people come to you knowing how to ride a bike.
Of course, yes.
So what do you do then?
Get them to ride a bike better. See what avenues there is within bike riding. Is it really wanting to go hard with tricks, or is it something maybe you want to ride and camp, and you maybe want to ride around Australia, or do you want to ride for the Tour Down Under? There's the avenues are there, and I guess we can help the young people decide what they want to do with it and how they want to get better at what they're doing.
And is that just, no pun intended, a vehicle to opening up conversations?
Of course it is, definitely. Yeah, it's a lot easier to have a conversation with a young person when, I guess, there's no white walls around, no one in that white coat asking weird questions, prodding at them. Yeah, you're out having fun, sort of relaxed conversation, and it helps that conversation flow.
What types of clients do you see? Are there any people that have come through your programs over the years that really stick in your mind?
I guess a lot. I think the smiles and the laughs are what stick in my mind. Yeah, just seeing people really meeting them not very happy into them leaving very happy young people, having a good time, smiling, laughing. Completely different person that came into the program.
How do they get in touch with Lighthouse Youth Projects?
You can get on our social media, which will then have a link to our website, and there are prompts on the website that can take you to get in contact with us. Yeah.
But is it through schools? Like, do schools come to you, or people who are already in some of the systems in South Australia, young people who are maybe part of child protection and need a little bit of extra help? Or
yeah, so we do run a school-based program called Balance. That's a 20-week program where we have a engagement-based program or a SACE-based program where students can get 20 SACE points from the program, which I believe is one subject in year 12 they don't have to do.
That's awesome.
To ride a bike. How good. Yeah. We do 1 or 2-to-1 mentoring, which we call our cadence mentoring program, and that can be accessed by getting on our website, and that would run continuously weekly until, I guess, the young person is ready to venture on their own life.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. And so what do? You don't just teach them to ride a bike and then go off you go, off to the sunset.
I guess we do a lot of bike mechanics in our workshop. We get lots of bikes donated to us by the public.
So anyone can donate a bike?
Anyone can donate a bike.
All right.
Come to the workshop. Please ring the doorbell out the front before you come in. Someone will meet you at the gate. We'll take the bike. We'll help a young person learn the skills of how to fix the bike. And then at the last Saturday of every month, we have a big sale and we sell all the bikes. It is buy one, get one free as well.
Oh, okay. So that's coming up this weekend.
This Saturday, I think it would be the 25th.
So where is it? Tell us. If anyone wants to get down. If you're in the market for a bike, this is the place to go to get it.
Or maybe 2. It is 1 Grand Junction Road, but please access via Lipson Street, the southern end of Lipson Street.
Buy one, get one free.
How good is that?
Very good.
I don't think you'll find a deal like that anywhere.
You're a good salesman, Joey.
I try.
Good salesman.
Yeah.
Well done.
I just like bikes. I like seeing people ride away on bikes. Means another person having a good time.
Love it. Thank you, Joey. Thanks for coming down and sharing.
Thanks for having me.
That is Joey Brooks, Senior Mentor with Lighthouse Youth Projects, based down here in Port Adelaide. It's 27 minutes past 3 here on 5AA. It's time for news headlines, and after that we're going to talk about the history of food in South Australia and a Peking duck event coming up. No, not the band. Sam Daddo is one of his favourite bands. He's down here today. No, Peking duck event that's on next week. We'll tell you all about it.
For a unique take on everything happening in SA, join Matthew Abraham each Thursday with David and Will.
It strikes me as a very odd budget because we're all under the pump. I think he said that a lot of times. Anthony Albanese, before the last election, promised that power bills for all Australians would come down by, for the average household by $275 a year, and they haven't. And there's no way he can deliver that. This is just helping the big end of town.
Matthew Abraham, Thursday mornings from 7:30 on 5AA Breakfast.
Always Adelaide. Receive your golden ticket and win at Solitaire Volkswagen. Choose your demonstrator Volkswagen passenger or commercial vehicle. Have it delivered by June 30 and you will receive your exclusive golden ticket where you can instantly win up to $5,000 off your Volkswagen. 100 prizes up for grabs with a combined value over $40,000. Visit Solitaire Volkswagen in Hawthorne and Medindie today for your chance to win. Hurry, ends Saturday 25 May. SA permit T24/795. Full T's and C's at solitairevolkswagen.com.au. DL 65541.
Life's a journey. Sure, as you get older you might slow down a little, but each step can bring you more of what you want. At ECH, we support you wherever you are and wherever you want to go. Whether you want more opportunities to make friends, more assistance around your home, help with your health, or the perfect home to downsize to. Get more out of life. Ask ECH about home care packages and retirement living today.
It's what we do every day that makes Bendigo Bank the better big bank. We connect you to a better banking experience. Online, via app, in person, or over the phone. We help you achieve your financial goals. And at the same time, your banking helps local communities thrive. It's one of the many reasons we're voted Australia's most trusted bank, and why it feels so good to bank with us. To find out more, search Bendigo Bank, the better big bank.
It's a frightening thought, but what if you lost the capacity to manage your financial affairs? If you're not at the helm, who makes medical or health decisions? Who controls the family trust? From the simplest to the most complex wills and estate plans, Donlan Lawyers will answer your questions and help carry out your wishes. For wills and estate planning, visit donlanlawyers.com. That's donlanlawyers.com. Hindmarsh Square, Adelaide, and Ocean Street, Victor Harbour.
Join over 60,000 Adelaide homes and say yes to lowering your energy bills with Yes, your energy saving solutions. To beat the summer heat, Yes can connect you with a new air conditioner thanks to the SA government initiative called REPS. Yes is offering eligible concession households a fully installed 2.6 kilowatt Rinnai system for only $8.99. Yes, $8.99. For T's and C's on this unbeatable offer from Your Energy Saving Solutions, go to yess.net.au.
Let's see what's in the swear jar at Buy Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens. Here's one from Jasmine, the operations manager at Buy Urban and the driving force behind the success of all renovation projects. Jasmine swears to ensure all the trades arrive on time every time to ensure a seamless transition to your stunning Buy Urban bathroom. For a team that swears to deliver on quality and service, see Buy Urban Bathrooms and Kitchens, Adelaide's home renovation experts.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, Mel Usher with the latest news headlines. A system outage has affected ANZ customers using the app. Telstra is copping criticism for its decision to cut thousands of jobs in a move it claims will boost productivity and save millions of dollars. The first flight of stranded Aussies in New Caledonia will arrive home tonight. And in sport, an abdominal strain will keep Collingwood's Jordan De Goey out of Friday night's match with Fremantle. The 5AA forecast, cloudy this afternoon, partly cloudy tomorrow, 17. Right now, it's 15. We'll have more news at 4 and as it happens on 5AA.
Always trusted. 5AA. Always Adelaide. 5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
It is 29 minutes to 4 here on 5AA and we are sailing away Not really, we're on land, but we're at the Maritime Museum and we're in front of the Active 2 replica catch. Jump on the Foodland Supermarkets Facebook and YouTube live stream to say hi. We are here for the History Festival of South Australia, and if you do jump on, it makes sense why I'm wearing a sailor's hat. It might not make sense as to why I'm wearing a feather boa, but if you look in the background, you can see why. The giant stiletto shoe, which I would absolutely love in my wardrobe. This is from Priscilla. Cult Aussie classic. It's part of the campaign to bring the Priscilla bus back to South Australia and restore it to its former glory. You can head online to get the details all about that. 8223 0000 is the number to call this afternoon. I'm asking you, what is power to you? Because power is the theme for this year's History Festival. So far we've had power is passion, power is knowledge, power is choice. And Katie Spain is a writer with Delicious Magazine. Delicious Magazine?
Gourmet
Did you
Traveller.
say Gourmet Traveller? Katie, why do I keep getting that wrong? I'm sorry. Gourmet Traveller.
It's because you're
Looked at me.
delicious,
Oh,
that's why.
you're delicious. Katie Spain. I'm sorry. I don't know why I keep getting that wrong. Hello.
Hello, Stacey.
Thank
It's
you for coming
okay.
down.
I write for many, many publications.
You do?
So I get around.
You're
I get
a
around.
busy lady, and you're involved in the History Festival as well to talk about the history of food in South Australia, which I'm so excited about.
And in particular, glorious Peking duck.
Oh.
Does it get any better?
We were talking about turkeys earlier,
Oh.
but now we'll talk about duck.
I'd rather eat a duck than a turkey. I think they're a bit prettier before they go in the oven anyway. It all comes out the same.
So you do have an event next week.
Yes.
The
so
history of Peking duck.
I'm so excited. When I got asked to be involved in this one, I didn't even look at my calendar for the 29th of May. I said, I'm there. I'm here for it.
I'll make room.
It's called The Power of Peking Duck. And it's a bit of a culinary journey with an iconic restaurant and an absolute living legend of Adelaide's food scene, Ming Chu, who owns Ming's Palace. And we had a little run through with him. I'm going to sit down, we're going to chat while he serves beautiful dishes, obviously Peking duck, fortune chicken, and he's going to give us his memories of, arriving in Australia. Via Hong Kong, where he learnt to cook, and what the landscape was here, the food landscape, when he first arrived many years ago. He's been running the restaurant now for 35 years, so it's the longest running Chinese restaurant on Guja Street. And as we were chatting,
That's a huge
huge, right?
achievement.
To have a restaurant for 5 years these days is quite an epic achievement.
Yeah.
Particularly in the landscape as it is now. But 35 years of serving generations of families is amazing. And as we chatted to kind of prepare for the event, he kept just adding dishes that he was going to serve on the night. So I haven't eaten yet today. I haven't had time. I've been too busy writing. But
For Gourmet Traveller.
Yes,
Yeah.
for Gourmet Traveller.
Yeah.
But even, it's probably not wise to talk about Peking duck when you're starving hungry. But it's going to be quite a treat, I think, to talk about history and to eat food while we do it.
And I'm really interested to hear from him. You mentioned he was going to talk about what the food scene was like in South Australia when he got here. I imagine bland.
Yeah, look, I think particularly, we can pop down to Guja Street after work these days and have, a serve of brains on a stick or jellyfish. And it just obviously wasn't always that way. If you think back to around wartime, 1944 kind of era, you were lucky to get vegetable broth and maybe some, a bit of chicken if you were lucky, little bit of bacon for flavour. And back in the day, I guess when places like the early hotels around when the Adelaide Central Market first started, which turned 150 about 5 years ago. You really had to grow your own produce, and it wasn't until this amazing, diverse spread of multicultural communities arrived in Australia and in Adelaide and brought their flavours and recipes and memories with them. Spices, exactly. Italians with their coffee. We've got a lot to thank them for.
And don't forget the Greeks.
The Greeks, of course. Well, I think, back in the day, squid which we love, octopus, wasn't a delicacy that we would eat now. It was used to catch fish. It was bait. So the landscape has changed a lot.
is having a conniption somewhere, thinking that someone was using octopus as bait.
Absolutely, and I guess squid was seen as poison almost, like back in the day. Enzo Clappers, who is up at our place at Wollonga, who's 90 now and still works in the kitchen, talked about going to Adelaide Central Market and finding rooster testicles for the first time and running home so excited because it was a delicacy that he couldn't get here until I'm getting some looks.
I'd give it a go.
Absolutely. I'd give anything a go. You have to as a food writer.
Yeah, that's true.
We won't be eating that at Ming's Palace next week, I can assure you, but we will be scoffing plenty of Peking duck and getting a good schooling on how to prepare it, and the little tips and tricks that to him are so easy. He cooks every day in that kitchen. He makes everything himself, and spends hours and hours and hours doing it, and we're going to get some tips from him that are like light bulb moments when you hear them and you think, that's why it doesn't taste like that when I do it at home.
I don't think I'd ever be confident enough to cook duck myself.
Honestly, I never have. But why would you when you can go to Ming?
Yeah.
I think I'm happy to let him take care of that. Yeah, but he'll show us how to carve it up, and there's many ways to do it.
Yeah.
And he's quite particular about the way he recommends to do that.
Yeah, good. And I know as well you're involved with the Adelaide Central Market. You do some of the audio tours of the market, which as well brings that vibrancy and the I was going to say clash, but it's not a clash. It's a beautiful combination of cultures that we have in Adelaide there at the Central Market. You can get things there that you can't get at a supermarket, and it's usually from people from different backgrounds.
It's so great, and I go to the Central Market as much for the chats with the traders as I do to actually buy produce, and I often, after chatting with them, will leave with ingredients and produce that I cannot pronounce the names of, and I have no idea what to do with them when I get home, but it doesn't matter because that's half the fun, and that audio tour that I did with Adam Lior is part of the History Festival as well, and that kind of, it's self-guided. You put your earphones in, you do it through your phone, and it introduces you to those traders and some of their backstories. And it's just a really nice way to connect with a place that, let's face it, has been part of our history for as long as much longer than I'm not 150 something, so much longer than I've been alive.
You look great if you are. I mean, you look great anyway.
Saw the Peking duck.
It's 20 minutes to 4 here on 5AA. We are live at the Maritime Museum this afternoon for the History Festival, and this year's theme for the festival is power. So I'm asking you, what is power to you? 8223 0000 is the number to call. I've got a Wallace Cinemas family pass to give away. So far we've had power is passion, power is knowledge, power is choice. Katie Spain, writer for Gourmet Traveller, what is power to you?
Power to me is being yourself, no matter what that looks like, embracing it and moving through the world with confidence in that power and that sense of self, and embracing other people for doing the same and supporting them. That's power to me.
I like that. Even wearing a feather boa.
Especially wearing a feather boa.
Especially wearing a feather boa and a captain's hat.
and silver Priscilla shoes. I'm all for that as well. That's power.
I know. I really want that in my wardrobe.
I want that on my farm.
Can we borrow it?
It's giant. It's so big. I think you'd need 20 Stacey and Katie's to carry that home.
I'm willing to try.
So am I. Let's do it after this.
Perfect. Katie Spain, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time.
Pleasure, and see you at the Power of Peking Duck, everyone.
Yes. There's still tickets available.
There is.
Don't know how.
Probably not many though, so get on it.
Jump on and have a look. I'll be there. We'll be having some Peking duck.
Oh, we'll roll home afterwards. I can't wait.
Sounds good. Thank you, Katie.
Thank you.
It's Katie Spain, writer for Gourmet Traveller. 8223 0000 is the number to call. Tell me what power means to you. Helen on the text line I mentioned says power is port power. That is real power. Go port. Yes, Helen, I'm with you. And I know someone else who thinks that, because up next, earlier today, I went down to Alberton Oval to have a look at the Power of the Premiership exhibition at the Port Adelaide Museum with our very own Timmy G. So you'll hear about that next.
Join Rowie and Timmy G in the studio every afternoon with 5AA's live video stream of the Sport Show. Thanks to Foodland. With more stores close to home and everyday low prices, great food lives at Foodland, the mighty South Aussies.
Come on in.
We open our doors to people we trust and care about. And for over 85 years, South Australians have been opening their doors to Rest Haven. In turn, we've been opening doors to an easier, better life at home. From personal care to help with the shopping and social outings, you'll welcome the care that Rest Haven brings.
If you need to fix your pipes, call Precise. Call Precise. If your toilet's blocking up, call Precise. Call Precise. If your lights aren't turning on, or your hot water is gone, or a plumber or an electrician, call Precise. Precise.
Precise Plumbing and Electrical. Call 1300 700 200. That's 1300 700 200. Precise Plumbing and Electrical. Local and experienced trade specialists.
Or a plumber or an electrician, call Precise. Call Precise.
Humans once spent hours starting fires, scrubbing dishes, and washing laundry until appliances made it easy. Even choosing your appliance is easy thanks to Adelaide Appliance Gallery. They make life easier with the best advice, the best appliances, and the best deals on Smeg. Choose from Smeg's Portofino cookers and hoods, and you'll save up to $1,300. Make your life easier with Adelaide Appliance Gallery, Paynham Road, St Peters.
With an end of financial year, no deposit 4.99% mates rate from Ram Trucks Finance. Now's the time to upgrade to a Ram full-size pickup truck. Get behind the wheel of a new Ram 1500 Bighorn with unrivaled Hemi V8 power and proven towing capability with a finance mates rate of 4.99% this tax time. Ends 30 June. Visit ramtrucks.com.au. T&Cs apply. Approved ABN applicants for Ram Trucks Finance only.
At SA Lounge Suites, we know your lounge says a lot about you. Are you a fan of the tan chase sofa? You take pride in your appearance, often changing the layout of the lounge room just for fun. Or perhaps you're more of a recliner person. Laid back, go with the flow, and you prioritise time for relaxing. However you choose to lounge, SA Lounge Suites have something perfect just for you. SA Lounge Suites, located on Anzac Highway, Keswick and at Jeps Cross Home HQ.
When you're a market-leading builder like Regent Homes, you never rest on your laurels. It's why Regent Homes is South Australia's only builder offering 3D virtual reality technology in their Envision Design Studio. At your first design meeting, you'll walk through your home in virtual reality. It's a wow moment, enriching your experience so you can make the right design choices from the start. Regent Homes. Innovative design, elevated living. Visit regenthomes.com.au.
I'd like to be under the sea.
5AA Afternoons with Stacey Lee.
We are down here at the Port Adelaide Footy Club. We are down Premiership here at the Port Adelaide Museum. Footy Club.
Come at night, sneak them in, put them there, and bang, and they go, oh, you're part of it. Sneak them in, put them there, and bang, and they go, oh, you're part of it. So look, it is a magnificent piece now. They've renovated here at 9 Queen Street, Alberton. This was built in the 60s, and it was named the Bob Quinn stand out the front, which I'll tell you about Bob a bit later on. But it is a magnificent piece now, because what you can come in now is enjoy your football club, have a look over the beautiful decking at training or games that are played here. Our AFLW team plays here. But what you can also do is come here and find out about the history of the football club. Yeah. So it's got all the different eras across this wall here. And then the replica Thomas Seymour Hill trophies that we won 36 of in the SNFL. And then, of course, the AFL Premiership in 2004, which we're celebrating 20 years since.
We are.
Quite amazing.
And look at this. These look, I didn't realise they were replicas. They look really realistic.
They're very realistic, but that was the idea, to make sure that they were built the sort of same way, same dimensions. So.
And the shields as well?
Yeah, the shields, which was what was presented once upon a time before they put the Thomas Seymour Hill trophy together. And they are as impressive, of course, and as many different cups and trophies that have been won throughout the eras. And what I love too is they've got these touch screens here, so you can go to that touch screen, touch on and say, okay, well, let's have a look at the players who have played, and if you've played one game, your name will come up, which is terrific. And they've also got the Hall of Fame members, the honour list, life members. You can find anybody inside there, and the champion teams, of course, as well.
Okay, shall we have a little look?
Oh,
Shall we see? Let's go players.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Players.
Yeah.
Where do we?
Oh,
how do we? How do we search? There you go.
It's premiership teams, which is not a bad one, but there's players.
Oh,
not working.
They better fix the touch screen, Timmy.
The touch screen is ready.
Here we go.
Players, and start typing. Gin Forever. EV.
Oh, spelling your name wrong.
2 eyes.
I don't think it likes me. All right, let's move on. Let's move in here because look at this wall.
Yeah, so they put up a replica of well, that's actually the 1994 flag. So that is now 30 years old. We got a 30-year reunion coming up for that.
Hold on.
That's a very young Tim Ginniver. What would I have been there? Gee, 40, I reckon. That's my 40th birthday.
2006.
Across the great Russell Ebert. I was actually at the footy club when Ted Whitten came over, because Ted Whitten worked for Adidas, and they came over and they presented Russell with a golden boot for playing a record amount of games. How cool is that?
You'd have a few of them at home.
None. And his former Gary medals, which are in there, of course, again, which I have none. So, we're not going well, are we? So.
All right, no, that's all right. One of my favourite parts of this museum is around the corner here in...
Well, before we do go...
Okay.
There's the infamous photo of Choco with
go.
the 2004 choking of the tie. And there, of course, is the 2004 Premiership Trophy, which was won on the day, and that outstanding achievement, of course, now 20 years old, so we're a bit overdue, let me tell you.
We are overdue.
Ready to go again.
Can we sort that out while we're here?
Yeah, we can. Love that.
Now, I don't want this to sound creepy, but I've always wondered what it would be like to be in an AFL locker room.
Yes.
I'm not sure it's appropriate for me, but we're here anyway. This one's cool.
It's pretty cool. What they tried to do was get a replica of a locker room situation, and then on the big screen there, you can actually see footage of like John Carl speaking, Foss Williams speaking, doing their little pre-match address to the players and the like, and it's really cool. And there's documentaries that get played on there as well, so it gives you that atmosphere and feeling. And if you have a look here, we've got actual Russell Ebert's Guernsey that he wore in his last game in 1985. The last game he ever played, signed by the great man there. So
got some Premier Port.
That used to be the go. If you won a premiership or you won a Magarey medal or whatever, they brought a port out. As simple as that.
I like that.
Nobody drank it though. A lot of the different iterations of the Guernseys. This was obviously our first AFLW Indigenous Guernsey and match-worn Guernsey. So pretty cool stuff.
And
how's that for a state blazer? That is pretty cool.
I don't like those colours.
That's well, it was this, and that's the irony of that is. That was our state colours, so I agree with you. It sort of puts me off a bit, but I still love it. So, and that's the last ever worn lace-up Guernsey. They took the lace-ups away.
Did you wear lace-ups?
Every single game I played was a lace-up. So it was our Guernsey, and I used to call it the shield of steel. Could not be penetrated.
Did you like them, the lace-up?
Oh, I loved them, and it was a whole process of, lacing it up down the bottom, tying it off at the end, getting it up. And we get a lot of interstate players come over for the first time, and you could see them in the room just looking at their Guernsey like that, and they didn't have a clue. So I go, I'll help you. Tie it off for them,
It's like a tie.
So it was like, I was like a tailor as well. So, I did everything.
Multi-talented, multi-skilled you are.
This is a really great piece. This is one of Bob Quinn's lace-ups that he wore. Now, Bob... I said the grandstand's named after him. He won a military medal for bravery. He was a rat of Tobruk during the Second World War. Signed himself up, just got out of the chair one day at work, went down the road with his brother, signed up and went to war. It's an incredible story. If you do yourself a favour, you haven't seen it, go on SBS On Demand and look up Rover of Tobruk. Incredible courage, got his leg blown away, saving a couple of mates, ended up on a boat, floating hospitals they called it back then, and the doc came up and he was an Aussie, and he said, "Now listen here, Doc, when I wake up, that leg better be there." And the doc said, "Look, it's pretty shot up, mate. I'll see what I can do." And Bobby says he feels down the sheet when he wakes up and he goes, "Oh, the leg's there." And he survived, went back again, fought in Indonesia as well. And then eventually the war ends, he comes back, and they said he never quite ran the same, but he still won another Magarey medal. What a champion. He's my hero. I worked with his daughter for 10 years. She never told me who she was. And then one day she came into the office and said, "Yeah, how do you think you went on the weekend, Timmy?" I said, "We didn't do this, we didn't do that." She said, "Yeah, that's what Dad said." And I said, "Who's Dad?" She said, and I could see the panic. And I said, "Pam, who's your dad?" And she said, "Dad's Bob Quinn." And I'm like, "What?" I said, "We've been talking footy for 10 years and you've never told me?" I said, "This is bullshit." I said, "You've got to let me meet him." And anyway, she organised it and we struck up a relationship.
How's that?
Yeah, it was an amazing story. So, the way he spoke, he played in the 30s and 40s. Everything about the mindset of Port Adelaide was no different back then. I loved it. Went straight through all the eras.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh, so good to hear it all. And you can come down to the museum here at Alberton and have a look at the history of Port. You might even get a guided tour by Timmy Ginniver if you're lucky.
Yeah, I've got more stories.
Thanks, Tim.
No worries.
Timmy Ginniver there, on with Rowie after 4 for the sports show. 8223 0000 is the number to call. We've got a few minutes before the boys are on, and I want to hear from you. What is power to you? Because that is the theme for this year's History Festival, and we are live at the Maritime Museum for the History Festival this afternoon. We've had power is passion, power is port, power is knowledge, power is choice, but I want your suggestions. 8223 0000. What is power to you? Scott from Hillbank says power is freedom. I like that one, Scott. That is great. Also, thank you to Ricardo in Noarlunga. He has let us know there is a car rollover on the Southern Expressway southbound. Okay, so that's heading out of the city between Sheriff's Road turnoff and the O'Sullivan's Beach Road Bridge. Okay, only one lane is getting through. No police or ambulance yet. Oh, that sounds nasty. I hope everyone's all right. We will give you updates throughout the afternoon. But if you are heading home on the Southern Expressway, it's outbound. In between Sheriff's Road turnoff and the O'Sullivan's Beach Road Bridge, there's a car rollover, so only one lane of traffic is getting through. Take a bit of extra care, maybe leave a bit of extra time or find another way home if that's how you head home. 8223 0000. What's power to you? James in Collinswood, hello.
Yeah, hi, Stacey. I've been thinking about this afternoon. I've been in and out of the car. Power for me is linked inextricably with opportunity. Opportunity is power, power is opportunity. And I've been lucky enough to have opportunities in my life that have led me through different spaces, allowed me to have a great education career, great family, and I think the two are inextricably linked.
Oh, James, that is beautiful. I couldn't agree more. Opportunity brings power, doesn't it?
Yeah, just the fact that you've got a chance to do something, and then if you make the most of it, you what you gain from it is amazing. And as I said, my career in education started very wobbly, but I ended up being a principal for 20 years, and it was all about opportunity to get into leadership, and then I had the power to make it happen, which is great.
Yeah, oh, that's great, James. Well, thank you for calling. I'm going to give you a Wallace Cinemas family pass.
Oh, thank you very much. Excellent. And I'll have the opportunity to go and see a cool movie.
There you go. You'll have the opportunity to take someone with you to go and see a film. Enjoy it.
Thanks, Stacey. Thank you.
See ya. That's James in Collinswood, Mitcham, Mount Barker, Piccadilly, Noarlunga, wallace.com.au for all session times. Thank you to everyone who came down to the Maritime Museum today. Thank you for everyone out there who sent in text and calls. Thanks to Sam for helping out down here, and Pat back in the studio, Charlie as well. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow. I'll talk to you tomorrow. It's time for Rowie and Timmy G with the Spot Show.
G'day, Rowie here. This 5AA Play app is so easy. Here's what you do. Open the App Store or wherever you have apps on your phone. Search FIVEAA